Greetings, animal enthusiasts and nature devotees. Step into the wild side with Wild Battle and witness the extraordinary battles, duels, and survival tactics of the animal realm. The wild boar seemed to be lying in wait at the watering hole, given how quickly it reacted during an attack by a voracious crocodile. The cold-blooded reptile unexpectedly emerged from the water, attempting to grasp its potential prey firmly, but its plan failed miserably. Who would have thought that there would be nothing left of an Asian hornet, quite literally after being attacked by a huge praying mantis? It's reassuring to know that these green creatures will come to our rescue if hornets pose a threat to humanity as a whole. Jaguars and leopards can sometimes be overly intrusive and curious when it comes to their adversaries. They enjoy provoking even dangerous snakes, which fiercely resist their advances. Playing with fire, that's how their interactions in the wild can be described. The tigers were engaged in an important task, trying to catch a duck. However, the duck was only teasing the predators, diving underwater right in front of their noses. Perplexed by the trio, they couldn't manage to deal with the small bird, so admitting defeat, they left in disgrace. In a battle between buffaloes and lions, one regularly feels inclined to bet on the lions. After all, they are part of the royal family. But no, buffaloes sometimes resist becoming someone's meal so fiercely that they're ready to engage in a deadly fight and toss the persistent predator on their horns. The hyenas were just about to have a satisfying meal, and they'd even washed their paws before the feast. But uninvited guests arrived at the party, two lionesses showing their claws and scattered everyone present at the banquet. An elephant and a rhinoceros argued about who had more strength and power. For this purpose, they thought of nothing better than to push each other. The method, of course, is so bad, but still helped to determine the winner. And that's the main thing. The two rhinoceroses seemed to freeze in place as they tried to show that this elephant was not welcome here. And even when one of them weakened its position, the other still did not move, which in fact made the elephant turn around and walk away. An entire army of black buffaloes attempted to unjustly overthrow the king of beasts, and it must be admitted, they gave their majesty a good thrashing with their horns. Of course, the lion couldn't fall flat on its face and tried to defend itself against the instigators of the fight. But when it realized the odds were completely against it, it took refuge under a sprawling tree. However, even that didn't save the poor lion. The only thing that influenced the outcome of the battle was the arrival of the entire feline family to the scene. Dust show? No. It's just a rhinoceros and an elephant that can't get along. With such successes, let's hope that they at least by the evening will sort out their complicated relationship. The leopard seized the moment when it could firmly grasp the opponent by the throat. After that, it pulled the crocodile out of the water and headed towards the thickets of bushes. In this case, the strength of the spotted cat prevailed, and the reptile was caught by the predator right in its own territory. Careful, crocodile. You have danger behind your back. And literally, the hippopotamus began to pursue the predator while still in the water, but when they moved to land, the intrusive invitation to battle began to gain intense momentum. There is hardly a more successful crocodile hunter in the world than the jaguar. It has become a true professional in this business. Therefore, no one has any doubts that it can handle any prey, and any crocodile too. The snake wanted to bask in the warm sun, so it lay down to rest on the road. Suddenly, a tough-eared troublemaker appeared on the horizon, doing everything possible to make the reptile deeply regret its decision. But the rabbit found it quite amusing. When the little rabbit kittens were left alone, A rattlesnake instantly tried to devour them. Noticing this, the mother rabbit immediately launched an attack. It pulled the predator away from the nest, repeatedly kicked and shook the reptile with all its might, not giving it a chance to escape punishment. The battle between the two giants is a fight to the death. Neither of them is willing to retreat and lose the title of superior. It's understandable from their perspective, but what's even more surprising is the absolute calmness of the other horned observers towards such a fierce brawl. It's as if it doesn't concern them at all. Two lionesses lashed onto the buffalo with a deadly grip, but suddenly, another member of the family came to its aid, and with a powerful horn strike, narrowly missed piercing the wildcat's belly. Then another friend arrived, and the bewildered predators were forced to retreat with empty paws. The safari ceased to be boring when the king of beasts finally decided to launch an attack. It disperses an entire herd of buffaloes to prevent them from coming to the aid of their fellow herd member, and sinks its sharp teeth into the neck of the lagging runner. Unfortunately, the chances of survival for the latter are slim. Four lionesses were peacefully resting when a feisty buffalo quickly disrupted their tranquility. Three of the lionesses managed to escape the danger, but one of them had to play a game of hide-and-seek, taking cover behind a tree. The swan clearly didn't like the random passerby walking in the park with its owner. The haughty bird flared its feathers and attempted several times to strike the frightened dog with its wings. Luckily, the instigator of the fight quickly calmed down when it realized that there was no threat from the four-legged creature. The confident snake was absolutely certain that it would have a satisfying meal. However, the moment the rabbit sensed the real danger, it decided to vividly demonstrate all of its fighting talents. The hapless reptile had no idea what it had gotten itself into. The agile snake quickly snatched a tasty morsel, a frog from the water. Before satisfying its own hunger, it decided to give the frog a kind of aquatic amusement ride. In Africa, predators attempted to have a hedgehog for lunch, but the mammal quickly proved with its sharp and long spines that it was inedible. So after a few minutes, the lion pride lost all interest in its prickly prey. A herd of elephants arrived at a watering hole to quench their thirst, only to find a couple of cunning predators waiting for them. Without hesitation, the elephants decided to drive away their persistent crocodiles and successfully executed their plan. Before we sign off, make sure to subscribe to Wild Battle Channel to stay connected with the captivating world of animal rivalries, fierce battles, and the relentless pursuit of survival. Share your thoughts in the comments below.